Previously, we helped some innocent farmers with a bandit invasion problem. We also saw some beautiful views, and we even learned there is always a bigger fish. Welcome to Guild Wars 2. If you've been following Chinwag and Clint's adventures, today we shall commence forth into the kingdom for the first time. The capital, I believe. Just ignore Chinwag's new hat, by the way. His ears are a little curled, so yes, that's why he's wearing that. And he needed something nice and cozy. It was the only thing that would fit. Clint is also looking as classy as ever. Let's get this adventure on the road. I have to say, by the way, this gate is massive. The entrance to this is very big. I just wish this portal wasn't there, because I feel like it, kind of takes away from it. Anyways, into Divinity's Reach we go. Well, in Divinity's Reach, as this was our first time ever entering this place, I have to say, just entering the entrance here looks absolutely stunning. My goodness, the size of this city looks insane. I think this might be one of the biggest MMORPG cities I've ever been in. It looks incredibly large. So, Chinwag decides it's time to explore the entire area, finding all sorts of cool new things. There was even some parkour, which I have to say, I bloody suck at this. One thing I wasn't expecting from this beautiful city was just how big it actually was. I thought this would be an illusion, but it turns out it's actually real, and you can walk around this entire area. Anything you can see, you can go to, which is kind of mind-boggling. They even have a band instrument thing here, which I honestly think is pretty damn cool and very random at the same time. Now, this shocked me as well. I looked over at this thing, and at first I was like, it's not that impressive. And it looks like it's some sort of arena. But then I looked up and was like, oh, this is actually a bird overlooking an arena, and its wings are up there as well. It looks really, really cool. It looks absolutely stunning. It looks badass. If I was in that arena fighting, and I looked up and saw that, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm still just shocked how big this massive city is. Everything's pretty much explorable as well, which is cool, and there's a lot of cool little areas in the city, which is very, very cool indeed. Chinwag also discovered some sort of guild banner with a guild boost. We had no idea what this was, so we accepted it, as you do, because who cares, it says buff, so it's gotta be something, right? Next, Chinwag and Clint head to the tavern in the Divinity's Reach, and we run into a very, very odd situation. Once Chinwag and Clint enter the tavern, Chinwag decides to grab a bottle just in case something happens in this place. You always need to be careful in taverns, you know. You always need something at hand. So Chin and Clint decide to go in now that they're truly ready.
Hey, watch it! You almost spilled my drink. And I almost had to mop it up with your face.
Yeah, mess that clown up, Ted. Let's see some teeth fly.
He better watch himself, I tell ya. Might have to use this bottle after all. Big-nosed Ted.
I'm so glad to see you. I heard that you were up and around, but I was still worried.
I don't know who you are, but thank you. Someone who cares for me. Cares for Chinwag.
That's because you take too many risks.
Hey, girl, stop gabbing and bring me a drink.
I think you've had enough, buddy. You're cut off. Now get out of my tavern.
Don't make me cripple you, old man. Give me more ale, and this time, it's on the house.
Leave my father alone, you ugly goon, or I'll call the Seraph.
Ugly? I'll show you ugly, honey.
After this, an epic tavern brawl breaks out, and Chinwag uses the bottle. I knew we'd need this. We go around the entire tavern, even upstairs, to deal with all the darn bandits in this place, causing mischief. This was quite the brawl indeed. Eventually, all of the bandits, including their leader, Big Nose Ted, are beaten up in the tavern brawl. Clint, on the other hand, had something else in mind. That's right, food. Anyways, all the bandits retreat after this, but it turns out Petra's dad was injured badly in this tavern brawl. Turns out he was poisoned by one of these darn bandits, so Chinwag must head off to find medical supplies. Petra lets him know about a man called Lieutenant Francis, and that he might have some information on the antidote's location. So we head out and we meet up with Francis. He's quite the lad, you know. Francis lets us know about a bandit cave that's nearby, and he thinks that they must have the antidote in there. Eventually we discover this bandit cave hideout where they have the antidote for the poison, we hope. Before entering the bandit cave, though, Petra shows up and decides to join the cause. Petra, what a surprise! How did you find this place?
I followed you. I'm not going to sit around and worry about my father when I can help. Families look out for each other. You're like family too. I'm not losing either of you. Not without a fight.
It's good to hear, Petra. You can come along. Be safe.
I can take care of myself. You're the one who just got out of the hospital. It feels good swinging Miss Timber again. She's been tucked away behind the bar for too long.
My God, she's badass. Eventually, after defeating multiple bandits and even fighting a bandit boss called Twitchy Jake, we recover the antidote for poison. But then suddenly Twitchy Jake attacks us again, so we decide to put him down. Chinwag quickly returns to the tavern where Petra's dad is and gives him the antidote, saving his life. Ooh, easy there, Petra's dad. You should drink this though, and it'll cure your poison.
Settle down, Dad. I'm here now, and you'll be better soon. Thanks to you, my friend. And please, can you thank Captain Thackeray for us?
Of course, Petra, I can thank him indeed. I have other information for him too. Also, after delivering the medicine, Chinwag heads downstairs and he meets the team. Captain Thackeray, what are you doing here?
We came to check on the tavern keeper. And on you. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce Countess Anise, Master Exemplar of the Shining Blade.
It's an honor, milady. By the way, Captain Thackeray, Twitchy Jake was found again, even though after that tavern brawl he was arrested. It doesn't add up.
Is that so? There's been no trial. Those troublemakers should still be in prison, unless they've been deliberately freed. But who would do that? And why?
They'll never tell us willingly. I'd send someone to infiltrate their hideout, but they know my serf.
I'll go. I still have to pay back Big Nose Ted for hurting my friends.
What a brave little soldier you are. You'll need a disguise, of course. Hooligans only talk freely to each other.
I can tell you where their hideout is. All you need is an outfit from one of the bandits themselves, and you're in.
Don't worry, I, Chinwag, will get the best disguise there is.
Outstanding. Pull this off, and you'll be doing Kryta and her queen a great service. And you will have impressed me yet again. Cover work is tricky. To pull this off, you'll have to eat, breathe, think, and stink like a dog.
My goodness, that was quite the story up until now. Now, Chinwag needs to go do some undercover work with Clint, of course, which means we'll have to get a disguise. But on a side note, after that long, interesting story so far, I just want to relax and look at the views. And I have to say this again, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but this seems to be one of the most immersive story games I've ever played, and most beautiful games I've ever played. There is some sceneries in this game that I'm just like, wow, what the hell? That's in the game. So yeah, I just have to point it out. I have to say to the Guild Wars community and anyone who just plays this game, you have good taste. You have good taste, my goodness. Anyways, I think in the next episode we will continue on with Chinwag and Clint's adventures, and we will crack down on this undercover work. So I hope I see you then. Now, if you're interested in an easy area to get this, go to my playlists on the channel and you can watch all of the Guild Wars 2 episodes there. If you enjoyed today's episode and any of the other ones, leave a like, subscribe, and of course, leave some comments below about your experience with Guild Wars 2. I'm actually now going to go get a cup of tea and some ice cream, and have a nice good night. Bye-bye.